I'm on a date tonight, so I'll have to just look good. No, I'll just do it in front of her. Shouldn't
Going, he's kept going, he's scored! Oh, Stockport pressure. And the header into the back of the net. That's Palmer. Played in the game. And a superb goal. Johnny did it. Lisa! Rose tries to get the ball in. Wilkinson! The ball ahead! His first goal in 13 games. Towards Stars, I think he deserves a goal. And the score! Oh, Paddy Madden! It's a 5-star performance from Stockport County.
All right, we got a small house, but we got a big bloody heart, I tell you.
I was thinking that on my way on the bus on the way here, I was thinking, imagine there's like a Lost Prophets fan who's like been in a coma for 20 years, and imagine getting to be the nurse who'd be like, "I've got some news for you." Anyway, sorry.
Where did that come from?
I was thinking it on the way here, and then I was thinking it when we were getting ready, and then I was still thinking it, so I had to get it out. Anyway, hello and welcome to SK3 TV, episode number 82 of the show for the thinking county fan, as long as what the county fan is thinking is, oh, football stickers! Yay, football stickers! Oh, adults with football stickers. I am an adult with football stickers.
I cannot tell you. So I woke up in a hotel room on Thursday. I'd been out on Wednesday night teaching Americans about crackers, blew their minds because they'd never seen a cracker before. And they wanted to know whether they had to take the cracker home with them. I was like, no, we can do it now. And then I had to explain the whole joke.
Oh, sorry, Christmas crackers. I was thinking of Jacobs.
Oh, no, they have those in America. But yeah, and then so I woke up on Thursday morning to the incredible news that the EFL sticker book had launched, which weirdly so you're thinking about Lost Prophets. I think about
I'm thinking
like
about
my British Empire or Roman Empire or whatever it is EFL stickers, and it was all sold out. It was like I'd missed one of the many Taylor Swift merch drops last week.
Yeah, well, at least with Taylor Swift merch drops, you know there'll be another one along in about 5 minutes' time. But there was none of that.
No, I had to Christmas jammies. I got them from a website called Earthlets. I don't know if it's still in stock. But then because I was worried about the scarcity of these stickers, I massively overcompensated. And to date, I have spent in the region of £60 on stickers because then I really got fear of missing out and didn't have any. So went and bought some more. So Tesco at Stockport, big Tesco. But I got, look, Ollie Norwood ones. They've got little Ollie Norwood.
He's one of the
front.
cover stars. Carl Wotton is a cover star on the album, and Ollie Norwood
No, I
is.
haven't got it yet.
No, well, I have. The only sticker I've put in it. So my thrilling tale of my stickers.
Yeah.
The first pack I opened had a Wrexham badge shiny in it. I thought, oh, for God's sake, all the excitement. I was like, oh, for God's sake. I was like, all right, I'll open another pack, and that had a county badge shiny in it. I was like, destined. Just wherever we go, there they are.
I've opened 3 packets, maybe 4 packets so far, because what I'm doing is they're micro rewards. So I have to do things that I've been putting off doing. And when I do them, have you ever seen that? There's an Instagram channel or whatever their account, which is things like me doing things that I've put off doing for 9 months that took me 20 minutes. It's like that.
Yeah, that's nothing like that.
So when I complete something, I can open a packet of stickers.
So like when you got the cocktail machine working. Cheers. Chin chin.
Yeah. Sold out until January on the Panini website. Well, I'll sell them at a premium because I've got shitloads coming.
Because I know of somewhere you can buy a lot of albums.
Oh yeah.
So I could flog the albums for like
things that I did this afternoon. I sorted out my claim for North. I sorted out my claim for BA. I sorted out my claim for Avanti because I survived Euston Station on Friday night. Honestly, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
What else did I do? Put the Christmas tree. Well, so I put the Christmas tree up. Right, I haven't put the Christmas tree up at all for probably the last 2 years. So, right, how do you do this? You're supposed to it's a whole ASMR thing, isn't it? Like
Yeah, but I mean, don't rip them through there like an ape.
No, you do it very neatly
Do
across
to
the top.
Yeah, because otherwise you could damage your stickers.
Do you know what? Also, friend of the show, Dave Philbin, told me about the app. Have you seen the app?
Yep,
Oh my God.
Once I start properly putting my stickers in, I'll be on that.
So, so if anyone doesn't know, because they don't have a friend as dedicated to the cause as Dave Philbin, it's the Panini app, and you scan your, you don't even scan them, you take a picture of them, and it's like a virtual album, and it tells you what you've got to swap. So cute.
You know, I was contemplating doing a best of for Christmas, releasing a best of for Christmas. And I might just do a best of all the episodes where we've lost a game, because it's amazing the length to which we will go to avoid talking about the football.
Well, I was just going to suggest that instead of doing anything for Christmas on that date in December that we've got penciled in, we just have a Panini sticker swap shop.
Yep, I'm up for that.
Right. Oh, I've got a shiny.
Who is it?
I don't know. I'll have a look in a minute. Right, I've got Jensen Metcalf and Callum Kavanagh off of Bradford. I have got Tyrone Mings.
Because
they got raised in the EFL. Oh, I've got a back to front one. Oh, it's a magic moment. Bailey Stoneacre. That's
Owen Bailey.
Owen Bailey off of Doncaster.
God, it's worrying that I know that.
Yeah. Million Manhuff from Stoke, and Williamson off of Birmingham.
There we go.
So I am now 5 packs in and no Stockport County stickers.
Good. Well, what I'll do, we'll do the plug for our sponsor, who probably strongly disapproves of this sort of activity.
Doesn't it?
No, I think he likes stickers. I just think he doesn't like joy. So
I'll see him on Saturday, because we're going to win on Saturday, or at least draw, because I'm in the 1883.
But it's important that I've got a big day on Saturday. So I finish work at 6 Saturday morning, then I'm off to the game, and then I'm off to see Baby Shambles in Liverpool straight after the game. A big day out. So if County ruin it, it's like last weekend.
So you're actually quite happy that it's an early kickoff for once?
Yeah, it works out really well.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like a bit of a cutting it a bit fine otherwise. Anyway, we are proudly sponsored by another Baby Shambles fan, actually. Blackbird Kitchen, on the pans at Gorilla Manchester, on the grills at Impossible Manchester, and on the fryers at Lens, Chippy, Droylsden.
Still need to go there.
Other admin, Hannah. Yes, we'll go. Should we go there?
Like and subscribe. This pod is also sponsored by Bartesian, which I didn't know existed, not being a drinker, and it's genuinely the best thing. Although Nick's got an old fashioned, which
it's the strongest old fashioned anyone has ever had in their life ever, and I love it.
Good. I've got a lemon drop, and it's supposed to be like 30 seconds to make a cocktail.
It was a good 10 minutes.
Yeah, there was some manufacturing issues, but it's genuinely the best thing.
Yeah,
best thing ever.
It's fantastic.
We can't. I was going to say we could take it to the Christmas party, have a generator in the park. It would be the poshest park party ever.
What Christmas party is this?
Just
Is any Christmas party?
Well, no, because we'll probably have ours at an establishment where they wouldn't necessarily be a massive fan of me rocking up with my cocktail machine.
Yeah. It'll almost definitely be an establishment that I'm that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, our friends at Stockport Gin. Gin.
They've totally done it just for me.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's like in honour of Hannah's relapse.
As soon as you relapsed, I knew this would happen. And then I spoke to Paul and he told me it was happening. I was like, yes, this all fits. It's all perfect. Right, so If anyone wants to get Hannah a bottle and a straw,
Yeah,
and you can sit at the top of the stairs
'Cause-
like a mum.
I've missed out of the previous releases.
Yeah, you should try all of them. Really.
I know I should do. And
Shall we go and do the distillery tour?
Do you know what? I was going to talk to Paul about that, about buying it for me and I really want to do the make your own gin.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, all right, we'll do that.
Do all the gin stuff. But yes, they are bringing back Bagara gin. Obviously, last time it was in support of the co-op and the club's appeal for funding for the Danny Bagara statue, and this time around it is for Kits for County.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's superb stuff. Yeah, all power to independent Stockport things. Sexy, being independent, isn't it?
Do you know what? It's just nice.
Yeah, it's just nice and sexy.
The Stockport gin collaboration with the Runaway Brewery. Do you know what? I remember Paul telling us about that.
It was sexy.
And then I didn't. Yeah, what of it like?
It was very
There's
good.
a whole world of Stockport gin open.
They had like a gin beer and a beer gin.
Oh my god!
It's like,
I remembered the other day, and they're on offer somewhere. I used to have such a piss pot. Clearly still, caught up quickly. I used to have Prosecco with flavoured gins in. So Edinburgh Gin do a really nice rhubarb gin, and I used to have that in my Prosecco.
I used to do this with Lambrini when I was like 19. I get myself a bottle of Lambrini of an evening, and I'd chuck a spirit in there.
Yeah, we're not the same, are we?
Usually go, no, you're a classy bird. Like Prosecco, God. Right, we should get on to the football, shouldn't we? For a bit, right after this. So the main benefit of a Thursday night game,
There were none.
no, it gets your weekend ruined nice and early. Saturday, you can just relax and watch everyone else drop points because it's the
Well, that's
worst
true.
League One ever, apparently.
Yeah, no one wants to win. So I was in London all week last week. I'd gone down on Tuesday. I came back on Friday through the hellscape that was Euston Station. And I got the train. Hello to Carl, if Carl's listening, because I was a bit worried about getting the train from, in reality, I was absolutely fine. And I did end up walking back to the station.
But London is like a lawless hellhole that's been
Peterborough.
lost because
I don't know.
some Americans on Twitter said so.
Yeah, there's like stabbings on every corner and yeah.
Knife-ridden rape shed.
So I got the train from King's Cross to Peterborough. I don't think this will offend anyone because it was
depressing
so
sentence
cute.
ever.
What?
I got the train from King's Cross to Peterborough.
And although I did realise that Stevenage was the first stop,
Yeah,
so I was
yeah.
oh well, at least I know how to do this now. But I saw a county fan, a grown man, walking up the platform with his county bubble hat on and his mittens, on strings, like
Brilliant.
kids have. And I was like, his mum bought his Christmas present. But honestly, I want some now. Because you won't lose them. I'm awful at losing gloves.
I want some just in case I meet some lesbians. Like 2 lesbians.
No.
The football, so genuinely a torrid.
Yeah, it was torrid. It was cold.
It was really like. I'd like to say I kind of had this feeling we were going to lose, but I weren't saying that when I was putting 30 quid on us to win.
Well, there
Like
was
an idiot.
new manager bounce.
Yeah.
Although, do you know what?
Drink. You got to drink.
Yeah.
New manager bounce.
New manager bounce. New manager bounce. It's the only way to get through it. Good things were that there was a baked potato van outside the ground.
Right. I need to pull people. What the fuck is going on? These things like pull. I was pre-pulled pork, It's mad that because there's not many people on this earth who are like pre-banana, because the banana was like, was the banana like? No, I'm not thinking of the banana. So like tinned food. There's people who like were around when tinned food was first released.
Right.
And that's what I was like with pulled pork, salted caramel,
Okay.
andouja. which people are fucking obsessed
Right
with,
now.
like it's the answer to something. I prefer chorizo. And yeah, like baked potatoes. I like a baked potato,
Right.
but
it was actually brilliant at a football match. It was by far the biggest queue. Think about it commercially as well, like really, really high margins. There's one woman on her own, just like literally printing cash.
yeah,
My baked potato was £8.
£8.
Yeah, for cheese and beans, because I felt like I had to have something hot because it was freaking.
I'm all for markup and stuff like that in the free market, but that is because that's.
But I was happy to pay
That's
it.
probably
And it was
about
really nice.
£1.50
Yeah.
worth.
Yeah, right. Come Saturday, you'll have a like tabletop outside on Hardcastle Road, won't you?
Well, can you just like?
Because she'd pre-cooked the baked potatoes and they were wrapped in foil, and then she just had like a crock pot of beans.
Well,
Brilliant.
What you do, you say, right? Can I'll have three? You pick one potato with your fillings and all that. You have that one. And you say, right, I'll have another two. Keep them in the foil and I'll put them in my pockets. And then you've got little hand warmers.
I should have done. My hands were so cold. Ian, it's not the worst League One ever. It's the League One that no one wants to win ever.
Yeah, I mean, don't take anything I ever say seriously. That's okay.
Also, I don't think you replied when I sent you a picture of the Chinese on the Chinese boat on the river that he was talking about on Jonathan's show, because Jonathan did a Thursday night show.
It was wild. It felt like a bank holiday or something. It felt like all the rules were out of the window.
Crazy.
It was mad.
But I got really excited walking over the bridge. It's like, there's Ian's Chinese. I need to take a
The
picture.
famous Chinese.
Poor Carl was like, I don't know who this woman is. I just met her and I'm regretting my life choices. But yes, I sat in right at the front. I've not watched any of the footage back to see if I feature at all, because there would have been some very grumpy facials.
Yeah, you don't want to be reminded that you were there either, do
But
you?
I sat with the lovely John Billsbury.
Hero.
And yeah, that was the best thing.
That was
the best thing I can say about the game.
Well, for those of us watching on Sky Sports, I switched on at 7:30. I genuinely thought that Plymouth and Bolton were both also playing that evening, because that was all until about 7 minutes to 8. That was all that got spoken about in the studio.
Really?
Genuinely, I was like, oh, they'll be moving on to us soon. Then it was like a heavily edited, like 30 seconds of Luke Williams, a heavily edited 30 seconds of Dave Charnow, then on to the game.
Huh.
But they did pronounce everyone's name right, the commentary team.
Well, that's because we're down to the bare bones.
Yeah, they've only got like 17 players to learn now. So it's not like you have to learn all the extra ones.
I did think for like Keelan, who I've talked about a fair bit on the pod over the years, is a Peterborough fan. And he sent me a message at halftime with like Luke Williams and heart eyes. And I was like, don't get ahead of yourselves. This is very much an us problem, not a you being amazing problem, or not problem. But also watching that game, I was just taken back to Good Friday, where at every opportunity there were Peterborough players throwing themselves to the ground for no reason whatsoever. And instead of Poku, I think it was Poku, it was Lidsby that was just firing up the left wing. So yeah, I don't think and maybe Luke Williams has given them a bit of a bump and a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
But look what happened to Luton at the weekend. So
well, it's really so. Look, well, while we're on that, while we're on what other teams are doing, like for all the doom and gloom about some of our results, if you look at what everyone else is doing, so Stevenage haven't won in 4 games, Bradford haven't won in 6.
no.
Cardiff have got 6 points from the last 12 games. Lincoln have won 2 out of 7. Wimbledon have won 1 in 5, and the outliers basically is Bolton, who've won 5 of the last 7. And Huddersfield have just won 3 in a row. New manager bounce everywhere. I mean, Huddersfield have just won 3 in a row. For as terrible as League One is, Did they sack him in the end? No, they didn't, did they?
Huddersfield, no.
He's still there, yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's been. Yeah, it's like 2 seasons ago when we had a really, really shit start to the year. I think we had injuries then as well, and it felt really bad. But no one else was winning either.
Yeah. You always get that. I think every league has that at some point where it just feels like nobody wants to win it.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a case of the wheels coming off. Well, I mean, Lincoln going top of the league on Thursday night without even playing, and then it's just a bit silly at the moment. I mean, it's so tight. No one seems to be happy with their performances.
No. Well, the most exciting thing that happened at Bradford Bolton was the fans fighting.
Yeah, I mean, just genuinely had high hopes for that game. I was really like, oh, this will be a good one. I'll watch. Since County have already ruined my weekend, I'll watch a good game and that I'll enjoy. No, just terrible.
Back to Thursday night.
If we must.
I think that so I have looked at stats, but I don't have a second screen tonight because of this situation, so I can't be as reliant on them. But my least favorite stat at the moment is that 5 of our last 6 goals have come from counters or regains, and that was really apparent on Thursday in that our XG was low, very low. Peterborough's was slightly higher, but still only just over 1. It wasn't, they did not play well. They didn't batter us. There was the stat in the summary that was Peterborough didn't batter Stockport, they bypassed us.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair. We do have, and I know people are like, oh, you can't blame it all on the absence of one player. It's not one player. It's that whole kind of core. And we've gone from sterile possession to sterile
dominance.
We've gone from sterile dominance to sterile possession or something like that. And we've lost the ability to play vertically. Interestingly, that's what I was trying to find. I've got a comparison of like key stats from the last 2 games versus the game before. It's quite interesting about pass completions. So, we talked, well, I talked.
I listened.
to myself last week about how we were missing that kind of Ollie Norwood link up, and there was no one. Like Moxon had tried to fit into that, but relatively futilely and gave up in the second half. That was against Luton. On Thursday, it was a little bit similar. One of the things that the summary pulled out was that he was effective, but he lacked a stable possession partner. And I think we've not credited Ollie Norwood enough for the impact that he has had on Odin's performance, for example.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Bailey was a rare, brighter spark on Thursday night, but he did look a bit lost at times, which I think everyone thought that had happened anyway. Like having to, that midfield is quite clearly built around Ollie Norwood, and now he's out. The players we brought in to replace him haven't been playing, so aren't fit, or in Camps's case have been injured, and it's just. I'm glad you mentioned.
Not good on Thursday.
Yeah, and he's another one of the small shin pad crew.
Right, and again,
if you get injured that often, and then you won't go wearing shin pads.
I don't get it. And at Luton, there was a point at which he looked like he'd come in for a tackle on the front of his on his shins, and he looked like he was struggling to get up. And I'm thinking, lad, get your arse up, because if you get injured, can you imagine what Charlie would do to him?
We've done this.
Like, we've been here.
We've done this, Callum.
We've got the injuries at the moment. Don't be doing stupid, reckless things. And I saw a picture of the size of those. They're literally this size, aren't they? The micro shin pads that they wear.
Yeah.
Like, they're neither use nor ornament.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. No, yeah.
I had a similar moment though when Jack Diamond went down. I think it was just cramp on Thursday night, and I had a proper like because he was a very active, bright spot, ran circles round.
Yeah, he seems to be he's sort of fallen into that Louis Barry role of being the player. Obviously not of the sorry, I mentioned him. Obviously not of the same quality for us, but certainly being that bright spark, being the player that opposition defenders are going to double up on to free up space, all that sort of thing. It just felt Thursday night when everyone is below par. There's no because in previous weeks when everyone's been below par, Norwood has sort of lifted us up and been the player to.
And he's also he's lifted us up from a quality, like technical accuracy point of view, but he's also been the one on the pitch that's like, come on, like geeing them up. Captain, my captain.
Well, I've just resigned myself. I don't think I'll ever see like a first choice county team. I don't think we're ever going to see the best 11 ever again. I think someone's just always going to be out. But you know what we've not done?
What? Right. Well, hang on. I've got my glasses. I don't know what I've done with the pen. I did it. I had it last week as well, but I didn't do it. And I don't think I've even got the ones to. Right. Okay. Well, we'll do. Right. Okay. No, I need the pen. It's not the same without the pen. Did I put it in here? This is fun, isn't it? There's a camel.
If anyone can see the pen,
the big black and white pen. Am I sitting on it? No. Oh dear. Fine. Right. We don't care about anything. There's no fucking pen. It's all gone to shit. Right. I'm gone. I went in the shop the other day. They've got lots of new stuff. Okay. Welcome to today's meeting of the We Do Not Care Club. It's a meeting for all new and existing members of the We Do Not Care Club. Here are today's announcements. We do not care that apparently this week we could have qualified for the World Cup. I love that this is still going on.
I love that there's basically people taking it as an insult.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, it's quite clearly trying to say, oh, the Scottish Premiership is League One level. Yeah. Oh, who's top of League One? Oh, yeah. Stockport. I'll use it. It's a backhanded compliment, if anything. It's not like when Alex Ferguson said, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's better than Messi because Ronaldo could score for Stockport County. That comes across as derogatory. Or that time when Ashley Peacock in Corrie said something about, oh, yeah, there's more chance of Stockport getting in the Champions League. And someone started a Facebook group called Kill Ashley Squeaky Peacock. Weird time. Early days of Facebook. It was wonderful.
We don't care that we're injury riddled because I clearly forgot that I'd written this down. We've got a new range of merch in the shop. Ta-da! And Brad Hill's in his dressing gown, looking really wholesome.
Is he in his dressing gown?
Yeah.
Don't say it like that.
Moving on. We don't care that Peterborough is 200 miles away. Round trip. It was snowing. I've not got. Oh my god, the snow just before half time.
Oh, get it abandoned.
It was horrific.
I can't play in. That's what I've been doing. I can't play in this, ref. Someone could die.
I was like, Jack Hunt's got short socks, tight, and gloves on.
I was immediately wanting him to fail.
He did, yeah, but he wears gloves, doesn't he? And he took his gloves off before he came on.
A lot of short sleeves on that picture, though.
Crazy. There was a county fan in a t-shirt.
Which one?
But it must have been a very substantial beer jacket.
Honestly. Or he's now dead.
It's possible.
He might just, that's going to make you ill.
And also, they had a ridiculous, unfair advantage because, again, they had 3 mascots.
3 terrifying mascots.
Right. Well, Peterborough is bad enough with his sizable carrots.
Oh.
He does. He's very suggestive with it. You know.
You would be though, wouldn't you, if you're a mascot?
And then there's Skip and a builder. It's not on.
And I was about to go on a big rant about like, oh well, the mascot should be something associated with the club. It shouldn't be a sponsor. But then I thought about Vernon Bear and just shut up.
Well, yeah, it's because they're sponsored. Well, I mean, Peterborough's yeah.
Peterborough sounds like
it's
he was
fine.
like a player in the 80s.
But it's Western Homes, isn't it? That's why there's a Skip in the builder.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah. So it's a Luke Williams team not playing like a Ferguson team.
Yeah, Charlie did mention in the 30 seconds of interview we got on Sky before the game, he mentioned like knowing Luke Williams well.
Did he do his badges with him?
Yeah, did the coaching badges together, didn't he? Yeah. Never going to tire with that ever. Yeah, so he mentioned like not knowing him. Well, he didn't know him that well, did he? Because he did us over.
Yeah, but Luke Williams always speaks very highly of him and of. I mean, it's rare that we come up against managers.
I don't like managers being all nice to each other. If you think back to like what Ferguson and Wenger were like, and like Mourinho and stuff, and Benitez, and now you've got like when it was like City and Liverpool going for titles together, like Klopp and Pep just like sucking each other off every week.
The other nice thing is that both City and Liverpool had a shit weekend as well.
That's good. Oh, it's still Sunday, and I keep thinking it's Monday.
Yeah.
It's not
unusual.
Well, everyone's just having a terrible weekend. Yeah, it's good being able to go into work and be like, oh, everyone's depressed.
I had loads of messages today that were like, or over the last couple of days that have been like, oh well, it was a bad weekend for both of us. And I'm thinking, no, it's a bad Thursday, mate. Like my weekend's been fine.
Yeah, well, weekend for us. But I'll say they get having your weekend ruined early. There's something to be said for it.
I got into my hotel room at midnight. I necked a miniature bottle of Prosecco because lessons have not been learned.
No, clearly not.
And I went to bed and I woke up on Friday and everything. Like Friday was really good until Euston Station, and which was also fun because I think Jason Manford was there, so he was sending like live pictures of Euston Station on Twitter. So basically it felt like everyone I knew was sending me messages saying, I hope you got out of Euston like before everything went to shit. Like, no.
What exactly happened?
There was a signal issue earlier on. But when I got to Euston Station was closed. They were closing the underground. We were one of the last tubes to stop at Euston. And then you couldn't get into the platforms or anything like that because it was just completely closed. So that was about 6 o'clock. And I eventually left on a train at 9, I think.
That's just horrible. And then to have a defeat to deal with at the same time, it kind of makes it all worthwhile with a win, doesn't it? But it's genuinely minging, like having to.
Yeah. Although I did get an email, so I'm getting my money back.
That's good.
That's
good.
As
you should.
Like when I was stood outside Euston Station on Friday night, like at the gates, like, can we come in? I spent some time going through my emails to find out how much money I was going to get back because that cheered me up a bit. And then, so that was a bit of the time that I spent on Friday. I can't remember where I was going with this now. Oh yeah, just that it's Friday night, isn't it? Like bloody work.
But yeah, at least you weren't on the way back thinking, oh God, County going to ruin my weekend tomorrow, because it was already ruined, and we thank them for it.
Yeah, and we've got no midweek game.
No midweek game, just back to
Saturday.
Saturday, and then it's a 2-game break for the cup.
And on Sky again.
And on Sky again, yeah.
Because that always bodes really well for us.
So I wonder what they're going to build up to beforehand, because it certainly won't.
Well, it'll be Barnsley beat So Luton beat Stockport County 3-0, and then Barnsley beat Luton 5-0. So clearly, County are going to get battered.
And then you throw in Peterborough beating, didn't they beat Wimbledon 5-0?
Oh, I don't know. Yes, they did.
Beforehand.
Yes.
So you throw that into
Yeah.
it. It's just like, oh, everyone's just so that means this Saturday is going to be 5-0. I don't know which way. It could be either. So onto Barnsley then. I was just thinking, did we have any chances to discuss on Thursday night? But we didn't.
Well, shots was equal. Possession was pretty equal. It was like I say, it wasn't a battering. It was just a kind of structurally defensive horror show.
Yeah, it's. I know people like to read into these things and kind of indicate, like, kind of make the point that it's an indication of some big problem, but sometimes it's not always. Sometimes you don't adjust well to change, and it's just a bit shit. God, that was like that. I could put that as my autobiography.
Yeah.
That can be just page one.
No. All you do nowadays is you put that into ChatGPT, get the transcript off of this, put that into ChatGPT, and like write my biography, and you'll have a 300-page bestseller. That's all Des Hanks did.
Really?
Yeah, ChatGPT, all of it.
So what is? Am I just doing everything on
legally
ChatGPT?
not true.
I'm just making a note of that in case I
Slander.
have to cut it out. 36 minutes. Just in case, you never know. He doesn't seem the litigious type.
Oh, you know.
36
Lackluster. That is a very good word.
Lackluster is a very good word. How's it spelled? It's spelled correctly. Yeah, because I see a lot of people spelling it ER at the end, and I think go to America.
I don't think they use it.
No, I don't think even. That's a long word, isn't it?
Yeah, but Barnsley
very much in a false position.
Yeah, but they're a very different team to Luton and Peterborough. They are very, very good at set pieces. They are defensively, they're just clinical and aggressive in a way that Luton and Peterborough aren't.
So they've kind of gone under the radar. I mean, you look at League One. If Barnsley are in League One, they're going to be top end of it, no matter what.
They had 2 consecutive seasons of being in the playoffs, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then last season we're just outside.
Yeah. So I think because of them missing out last season, and then obviously we had the Birmingham and Wrexham like Hollywood fairy tale thing last season.
Do you know
Barnsley
what,
kind of got forgotten about.
Like, I remember saying going into last season, in lots of ways, I just want Wrexham to be promoted and rush through and be done. And it's actually, I do quite enjoy there being fewer just dramas and not one team dominating like the BBC News League One page and things like that.
Well, that's it. Pretty much anyone can win this league as it is, and I'd have Barnsley in that conversation as well. I mean, they've got about 3 games in hand on some teams. A couple of points. What is it? 3 points off the playoff.
Davis Keeler done is still stunning. Yeah. I mean, I know that Mansfield got a decent amount of money for him, but they didn't get what they could have got. But they have got a new stand out of it. They should have called it the Davis Keeler done stand. But the interesting thing about Barnsley Luton as well is that Luton has 67% of the possession.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah,
which is very much how I sort of expected Jack Wilshere to set up as a manager. I expected him to be that type, and I think that could. See, again, in danger of going, didn't fancy her anyway. But I didn't think Luton were that good against us, really. I just thought we were.
No, and it was a very similar story in terms of we had opportunities that we should have taken. And you might have, was it last week? When did I talk about it? I did the Poisson distribution model.
Yeah.
And that looked at the different, if Ollie Norwood played versus Ollie Norwood didn't play. And one of the things that kind of pulled out is that he is very good at kind of structuring that defensive midfield, less so about creating opportunities. And so the creating opportunities is on us.
Yeah.
Or no, not on us, on the players that are on the pitch, whether Norwood's there or not. I mean, the shots that we had on target on Thursday night, and you know, there was one from Nathan Lett, they just felt like they went in slow motion straight at the keeper. It was like catching practice.
And no one seems willing to properly put the foot through the ball.
No, that Wootson Low link up just doesn't. But then Andresen wasn't working either. So
No, I suppose it brings us on reasonably nicely to the window, because it's just over a month away now. What, 5 weeks? Just over 5 weeks till the window opens.
I did see something as well on, I think it was on Twitter, saying Barnsley are begging to let Corey Keith play against them or something like that. Because it came after. Was it after Thursday? I can't remember, because he was not. There was a lot of messiness on his wing.
Yes, there absolutely was a lot of messiness. But I did see someone say on Thursday night that O'Keefe, it's genuinely mental. I can't even use a jingle because it was on Twitter, not Facebook. Someone said that O'Keefe and Moxon are probably the two worst players to ever play for us. Like, oh mate, no. And I said like, oh well, show me you're a new fan without. And then he said, well, I've been going about 6 years.
But also, and you know, I'm absolutely guilty of this, and I've said this to you in the past, and I talked about it last week. No, it wasn't actually. It was 2 weeks ago, because it was the same situation where Corey O'Keefe had come out stats as the highest rated player in terms of creativity and driving opportunities, and Owen Moxon is similar. I think we don't always see, because he's not flashy, he's not he's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. You know, we struggled with the second ball again on Thursday. I don't know. I don't think he's anywhere near as bad as people give him credit for.
I think he does a lot of work off the ball that doesn't get noticed. And I think if he was to, there was times with Will Collar the last couple of seasons where I felt that him chipping in with goals would mask some poor performances. And I think it's sort of the opposite of that with Moxon. If Moxon was getting the odd goal and getting the odd assist, then people wouldn't be jumping on his back as much.
It's not his job, is it?
No.
At the moment, it's not his job.
No, well, it's certainly not now. He's having to fill in for Norwood.
Oh dear me, though. On Thursday night, there needs to be better communication about set pieces, because Moxon took them left and right, and then he'd gone off, and Fev's Mothersill took the first one, and then was clearly not up for taking the second one and plonked himself in the box. I'll get on to him in a minute. And then Fev's took one, like left.
And we had this with the penalties the other week as well. I think it may be time for us to get one of them set piece coaches that everyone's getting.
We have to.
Do we have actual dedicated set piece coaches?
So that's what Dave Conlon and someone else.
But aren't they?
Clint Hill specialise in.
Yeah, but aren't they across general stuff as well, though?
I don't know, but they're very much held accountable for set pieces not going well.
Sometimes in interviews.
Yeah.
No, because Arsenal have got that guy, and when they started scoring from corners loads last season, when the players are celebrating, the camera would always zoom in on this set piece coach. It's like, no, don't like this. Game's gone. It's like how people know who, like, the director of football at the club. I long for a simpler sound. I long for, like, running up a phone bill on my mum and dad's phone on club call, just to find out that we might have been linked with an unnamed striker. I sort of miss the innocence.
But so Mothersill was warming up, and he'd come in for loads of stick from Peterborough fans.
Oh, yeah.
In the run up.
Didn't fancy him anyway.
No, but yeah, very much like that. But you were
20 odd
fine
goals
when
and
he was
assists last
telling you
season,
he
but-
was going to win the Ballon d'Or,
Yeah.
and it was all fun and games. And so he was warming up, and I think we were like maybe 1-0, 2-0 down by that point, and so people are shouting at him, like, "Go on, Malik, you get into him," and all of this, and then like, "Why don't you play? You play centre mid?" And he's like, "Yeah, thumbs up," like walking off, like, "They need to put you on." He like shrugs his shoulders. I was like, "Oh my
God.
lord!"
Oh, well. So I don't know if we've had this conversation. I think we've mentioned it in passing. But so he's been copping a fair bit of stick when so he's clearly not been fit. He's picked up this knock earlier in the season that needs managing, needs easing back in.
Yeah.
He's moved up north for the first time in his life.
Yeah.
His other half has just had a baby.
Oh,
I believe someone's. It's really embarrassing if not. That's what someone said.
I did really enjoy on Thursday that he, when he was warming up and everything, he was full, like, he looked like one of those lads around Stockport on the mopeds, you know, like,
oh yeah, with the
up to here, like literally the
yeah.
eyes showing.
I'll be doing
And
that on the way out of
then
here.
he whipped his hat off just before he went on to reveal his new do.
New do. Would it be
think
fair
when
to
he-
say get it right on the pitch first, and then you can do your own?
Well, I now know
Is it chicken and the
that's
egg?
clearly what he meant when he posted the picture saying back.
Yeah.
He clearly meant back to the barbers and back to the like new hairdo.
Yeah.
I think everyone took it far too.
But I liked what we saw of him on.
He was good. He had something to prove.
It's a bit sad
us,
that
to them.
yeah, it's a bit sad that he's received criticism to the point where he did feel the need to kind of have to do that thing to the fans where you kind of G him up and go, come on. With the ball.
Yeah, but at the same time, he did kind of exhibit that energy that we needed. And, you know, where he was, like because every time he got the ball, the Peterborough fans were booing. So I have no idea whether players can hear you on the pitch or not. Like, I have no idea. But I like to think that my proximity to the pitch on Thursday would have meant that he'd have heard my little voice going, "Come on, Malik! You can do it!"
And that's what did it.
No, but
That turned
I
round
was
the
trying
character.
to offset the 10,000
Yeah,
Peterborough fans. There weren't that many, I don't think. But I think, you know, it was just kind of energy, and you do play off that. Like Macca used to be like that, didn't he? And he'd really kind of play off the crowd, and it'd be you know, he'd want the fans behind him. Yeah, I thought he was good. He scrapped.
He fancied it and
didn't kind of pull away, even like right on the line. And you know, some he won, some he lost, but he, you know, he tried, and that's all you can ask, especially at that point. It was a shit situation for him to be in.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something that, I mean, obviously there's something there because we've paid over £1 million for him, and he got 20 odd goal contributions last season, so he's quite clearly a player there. So hopefully, start seeing. Well, we've got the 2 cup games coming up after Barnsley, of course, so that'll be a good chance to get some minutes in the legs, whilst also ensuring we progress, please, particularly to the 3rd round of the FA Cup.
Cambridge, tickets ordered. £15 for adults, £1 for a child.
Yeah, £5 more expensive.
She's now not bloody going, so could have saved another £1.
Oh, I'll find a child for you to take.
We've tried that before, and it ended in a restraining order.
Yeah, I think it's more of a me problem than a you problem. I think that's the.
It's all right. I'll just like enjoy spreading out on the extra seat.
I think the problem was doing it on the internet. I think if I spoke to him in person, it'd be okay.
And you told them your real age.
I told them my real age. Yeah. Yeah, and then I wouldn't have been filmed in that car park. Do we have anything else? Oh, so I've got a question for you as we get closer to this transfer window, which is what I started getting onto before we. So the transfer window, right?
Yeah.
A hypothetical question.
Yeah.
If you had the choice in January
Yeah.
between Louis Barry on loan, Louis Barry on loan to the end of the season, or Tanto on loan to the end of the season, what would you go for? This is just an emergency question. This is not me. I mean, I know which one I'd go for.
Did
of the two.
Tanto play in the big battering yesterday? Bless him. I'd have Louis Barry back.
Would you?
Yeah.
I'm
I
team
don't
Tanto
even.
here.
I don't even really need to think about it. I was being incredibly facetious about Des's book. I read it cover to cover last week, mainly to check that he hadn't said anything awful about any of the things that we said on the WhatsApp group.
And had it?
No.
Oh. Let's do a second one.
It's fine. But like every game, you know, so from Cambridge, like every game, Louis Barry was scoring because each game has like a little, you know, end goal, end score, goal scorers, and he'll go through and you know it's like, oh, Louis Barry scored another kind of potential goal of the season.
Oh, it was a mad time.
Like there were, you know, like 3 in the in the course of 3 weeks, and I read it thinking like how. I don't know, it just made me really nostalgic. And then I was a bit like, I think I messaged you and Dave, I was like, I know how this story ends.
Well, imagine that. Let's see how this plays out in the playground of your imagination.
Right.
So, because the number 20 shirt is still available.
It's been retired.
It's been retired. We've gone full Birmingham with Jude Bellingham. So, if on the last day of on deadline day in January or February, whenever it is, if they were to say like, if they were to post a picture of the number 20 shirt, and go, oh, he's
with
here.
a link to a GoFundMe.
Yeah,
I'd be like, take all my money.
Minimum £1 million. and it just, it's a picture of number 20 shirt, and it said, oh, he's coming back to get his shirt. Then everyone would be like, oh, it's Barry. And then we announced Tanto. Like, yeah, you all forgot he had number 20 first. And then like an hour later, be like, oh, he's also coming to.
Oh my god!
Oh god! Imagine a bench with Barry and Tanto on it as we wait for them to get fully fit.
No, I got really excited about Barry a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
In terms of it was as they signed Patrick Bamford, and Chris Wilder had kind of all but said that they were going to release him back to Villa in January.
And he's injured now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So.
So then I was like, right, well, this, you know, no one in the Championship is going to touch him. And then, but I have been told that there is significant Championship interest.
Always,
and, you know, the thing for us is his wages. The Villa have been paid loan fees for the last 2 loans that have been substantial as well. So, but if he is injured and maybe he's due back in like February, can you imagine? Because the other thing as well is you can see the way we're headed at the moment, and not that I know Mark's not in any way, shape or form, but the kind of the way that he comes across on like the Hard Truth podcast and things like that. I imagine I bet he's quite a bad gambler, like in terms of he's quite competitive.
Yeah.
He doesn't, and he said that he knows like how much he's got, like, and he will, like that's his kind of limit. But I think he's a bit like me in that respect. Like with the Panini cards, you know, I should have stopped at the tin. I didn't need the tin. Or like I should have got the sticker book and the tin. And I didn't need a box of 35 packs.
I bought 2 pairs of trainers within 10 minutes of Black Friday starting.
It's ridiculous. So I think there will be a little bit of that.
I'd imagine Stott's thought process right now is, well, maybe before I start fronting more cash up for players, maybe start getting a tune out the ones I've spent over £1 million on. Looking at you, Malik Mothersill. But then,
but
if
Dareth
there was
already said no refunds.
If that's binding. But if there was actually a chance of it happening, you know that Mark Stott,
I think he would.
Yeah.
I don't. I like it's fine. Jack Hunt. I I think it's unfair to kind of base any
It's-
assessment on
It's
him.
an unfortunate
Um,
name, isn't it?
Well, you just have to say it very carefully. Could be worse,
Yeah.
Michael.
But you said you have to say it very carefully, but the way you said it a second ago was the worst I've ever heard it
Oh,
sound.
really?
Yeah. I think it's because you were trying. The lesson
Trying
here is
to
don't try.
But yeah, his brother Michael's good. And I think the third goal felt like he was a little bit responsible for it.
Yeah, given that he'd said before the game that, didn't he say when he signed that he was fully match fit and ready? And then you see that and you go, no. Is it going to? I am glad that he was more of a 5 or 6 out of 10 and could possibly be at blame for a goal, rather than having the Phil Bardsley thing of having a magnificent debut.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then didn't he play the cup game against Walsall?
Yeah,
where he played the league game at Walsall for his
Yeah.
debut, was fantastic.
Yeah.
Played the cup replay or the cup game at home to Walsall and had a shocker. And it's like, oh, maybe
Yeah.
he's not good.
It was, I think, I mean, he's just a warm body at this point, isn't he?
Essentially,
Unfortunately.
I've seen people claiming that it sort of it shows up the recruitment for what it was, that we're signing players on short-term contracts, but no, it's not. It's the injuries.
No.
It's just the fact we happen to have had players injured.
Well, like I said to you and Dave earlier, like our Panini sticker page isn't got one, it's got injured. So
I might put like a red
if you
cross
could
on
do
one
that
of those.
visually when you get it,
yeah,
that'd
I
be
can do it.
great.
Yeah, I can sort something out.
Oh, do you know what?
Don't worry.
I'll
Go on,
just-
you've done a great podcast, Hannah.
Thanks. That means that I get a treat.
Yeah.
I hope that the next one's turn up tomorrow. Otherwise, I got a shiny. It's a bloody Notts County shiny.
There is. I will warn you. There is a shiny in every pack.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it's not like the old days.
Right, Leaf Davis, Notts County shiny. What even the fuck is that? League Two, Crewe and Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury.
Is that? Yeah, Shropshire Homes. Ali McCann and Greg Lee from Oxford United. Who's that? PP.
And they're Preston. But they're sponsored by Spud Bros.
PP.
PP, yeah. I don't know why it's PP, but is it something in Latin? But yeah, it's definitely Preston. No.
Can someone tell us why it says
Yeah, it's
PP on
Preston. I
Preston
don't know.
Sunderland?
I don't know what. Yeah, they're sponsored by Spud Bros as well. Well, there we go. That has been another wild, wicked, crazy, zany. It's a quiz. It's a race. It's a real wacky place. More than just
Oh yeah, Danny Andrew. Forgotten about him.
Use your body and your brain if you want to change the game.
He went to Exeter though, didn't he?
He went to Exeter.
Maybe we did offer him something and he wanted to go to the sunshine.
I very much look forward to Jack Hunt going to sign for Exeter in January.
Yeah. What else was I going to say? Bristol Red, it's a weird signing. It's a signing of convenience, isn't it?
Yes, he has a head,
Yeah.
2 legs and 2 arms, and is registered as
registered with the FA. That was the
and he has
otherwise
boots.
I might have been.
yeah. He has boots and a right foot.
So Saturday early kickoff. It's likely to be breakfast in the
Courtyard,
courtyard.
yep.
I imagine. I'm excited to get breakfast. I'm in the 1883 buffet, which is my preferred eating establishment.
Good.
Now, if anyone isn't aware,
I'll bring you a Tupperware and you can.
the 1883, you get 20% off as a season ticket holder now.
That's nice of them.
Yeah, because they abolished that at
Yeah,
the beginning of the season, and now it's back up. So it's
good.
I was looking for the 29th of December, and it was 85 quid, I think, which isn't horrible for a special occasion.
Yeah,
but the buffet's more fun.
I'll see if
buffet.
Can I book a seat, but then be like, I reserve the right to cancel if Ollie Norwood's still not fit. That's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be all right with
Yeah,
that. They've not got like margins or anything.
It's not like
so-
our fortunes are dependent on one man or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
I
good.
love how it's basically what everyone said would happen when Louis Belly went back in January is now happening. It's not been backdated.
I really struggle with the fact that we knew how, or we suspected how dependent we were on Ollie Norwood. And although people keep saying you can't blame it on one player, I think because, and we know, right? We've seen the passing network maps, the radar maps. We knew how integral he was to everything that was going on at that pitch. It's not a coincidence that he had the highest number of EFL points.
Oh, the fantasy thing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I suppose there was the hope that with his injury record, what it was or what it wasn't, rather, there was the sense that, well, if he does get injured, we'll probably have Bate back then, and then he's kind of the only one who comes close to that level.
Do you know what else with Dez's book? It's amazing.
Sorry, was it boring you?
No. I was just thinking that there was a lot at the beginning. At first, like Ollie Norwood was on the bench week in, week out. Yeah. Come on, and he was a bit useful, but he wasn't anything impressive.
He had that good debut against Bristol Rovers where it was like it was the second coming of Christ, the way people were going on. And then for about 2 or 3 months after that, so yeah, that would have been like September, October, till around Christmas time, people were still going on about how good his debut was and not realising that he'd done nothing for, and then it just clicked for him all of a sudden, and he's just been solid 7 out of 10 upwards every week since. Oh, I miss him.
I miss him.
He'll be back. He'll be okay.
It's like 6 weeks now. Maybe we could start a countdown.
Yes, we'll start.
We're already 2 weeks in, aren't we?
Should we just buy a shitload of advent calendars?
Oh my God, I can't wait for December to start. I've got an espresso advent calendar. I've got a Space NK advent calendar, which costs hundreds of pounds, but it's like a Christmas present every day. It's like Sephora or
oh my God.
Beauty. And Madden has got a Trader Joe's advent calendar off of America.
And I saw a cheese advent calendar in work yesterday. So we're at different places in our lives.
The Bartesian machine, if you live in America where there are lots more pods available, there is a Bartesian advent calendar. How good would that be? Instead of your Nespresso pod at 8 o'clock, you have a cocktail? I mean, I don't think that's the point, but
it's a slippery slope for me, that.
I'm halfway down.
I'm fine, mean it. I don't know what you're on about. Yes, we will be back at the same time next week when I will no doubt be rough from having to go out all day on Saturday.
Oh yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, I'm seeing my boy Peter next Saturday night. It'd be good to see him again. Yes, 8 o'clock next Sunday we'll be back. In the meantime, do not forget to find us in all the places, all the social media places, all the YouTube places, all the anywhere else places, the Spotify places. And if you could make sure to subscribe on YouTube, because we're closing in on 500 subscribers.
Wow!
Yeah, but I looked the other day, and the numbers are genuinely like, in terms of like what they want, like subscriber to viewer ratios. Like most people do actually watch and subscribe.
All right, now it's interesting stuff.
Wanker. Right.
That's wanker. Oh! I've got news. My other podcast husband and I are doing an interview with an actual player tomorrow.
Is it who we talked about the other week? Oh, is it that? Oh, good.
So that will be released at some point, probably a couple of days later.
You've not mentioned my trainer.
They're very nice. They match your jumper. Nice.
Yeah, I'm like shilling for Adidas today. I just think I'd just like to give these small independent labels a boost.
Yeah. So, because we did a Lower League Look podcast last Monday as well, because they felt really sorry for me because I've had to do a whole podcast on
with
my
no
own.
man.
So there was me, Liam, and Fifey did a League 1, League 2 podcast, which was fun. So yeah, we've got one this week. I think we've got another one the week after, which is. I'm
slowly coming around to the fact that I'm not needed.
Similarly controversial. So yeah.
Oh, I know who that is as well.
He's got the biggest mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. Isn't it?
Anyway,
So nice to have friends with big mouths. Yes, thank you everyone who's tuned in either on the live show or on the podcast later or on catch up through BBC iPlayer. It's not on BBC iPlayer. I wish it was. I
you
guess
don't need that
get
level
some
of
of that
attention.
sweet taxpayer money. Say goodbye to everybody, Hannah.
Bye.
Bye.